Yo, welcome to the After 8 Hours podcast.
Yo,
how you guys doing?
Good.
We got a full table today,
full table.
Full round table.
We got
some rectangular table.
Got some special guests with us today, fellas. How about you guys introduce yourselves?
Well, I guess
say my real name or
use whatever name you want. Yeah. Like I'm Jack or Jack.
I'm Dotman X Ninja.
All right.
Ninja.
All right. Today we do got Corey.
MurphyLaws.
Segment. And then
well, good evening.
The artist formerly known as SomethingRacist.
How are you guys doing?
Side note, before I ever knew you, man, I thought I could have swore you were just some white dude.
That's what everyone said. I'm glad you're not white. I knew
it was someone different.
I thought you were white too.
Perfect.
And for those that don't know, his name is BlashNash.
BlashNash.
One of our fellow Valor peeps.
What the hell is BlashNash?
That's one I'm wondering.
Oh, okay. So it's like an inside joke between
I'm not gonna lie, I googled it. I was like, is it a TV show or something? Or like...
No, it was like an inside joke. Like it was like 7 a.m. We'd always be working at this warehouse, and one of our friends, like, he wouldn't get enough coffee or enough sleep one day, and just fumble over his words and would just like mumble some random shit. We'd be like, What did you say? Would just shake his head now. just keep going. But like he would just like look at you one day and just be like, what? And so it just became like a little running joke between us. And so Niantic like made me change my name to that. I was just like, yeah, I'll switch it to that. Like, I don't think anyone will ever have to like see my name or like
so
ever.
Niantic made you change your name from Something Racist.
Yeah.
And his name is, for those that don't know, his name was literally just Something Racist.
Wait,
it wasn't actually.
You said Niantic made him change it?
Niantic made him change his name.
Someone probably
sent me an email and everything. Like, when you changed it, they like changed it to a bunch of numbers. And they're like, "Hey, I forgot your name, trainer. Like, can you remind me?" Like, what?
Wait, they sent Professor Willow. I forgot your name.
What are you talking about? Niantic is so passive aggressive. What?
I forgot your name, trainer.
What
was it again?
It's been a year, man. Like, come on, you forgot me after a year?
I've been sending you Pokemon left and right. The fuck?
Oh man, this game is for kids.
It's just like after 8 hours is for the children, man.
No, before 8 hours. During 8 hours.
During 8 hours?
During 8 hours is for the kids.
After 8 hours, kids go to fuck to sleep.
Adult swim, no kids in the pool.
For real.
Right. Well, I'm Stevie Pogo, and then
Jay Titan.
We are in the building, so...
Yeah, what to do, man?
What to do? How you guys been?
Good. Community Day was today. It was really fun.
It's way more poppin' than I expected it to be.
Yeah, and it was cold outside, but people still made it out. It was really fun.
Talk about that. Talk about why was it popping? What was that?
Well, dude, I thought it was gonna suck.
Jack's message came in the clutch.
That's I literally was just like freaking out. I was sitting at the table, and I'm like,
there's
no one's
10
here.
People.
There's like a crisp 10 people. And I was like, for those that don't know, it snowed here in Colorado. So,
ooh, my bad. Side note.
Huh. What's the side note?
Let me pull it up because you brought it up. Brought it up.
What are you doing?
You brought it up.
Now I'm concerned.
For those who don't know, it did snow in Colorado because we are international, bitches. Hold on, let me pull it up. We're international.
Wait. After 8 hours is international?
International. I think our third biggest city is international. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull up our stats.
We are not yet sponsored, but would love to be. So if you got any,
that's what I wanted to talk about.
Oh my god,
sponsors as well.
We're in pre-production. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Fly Emirates.
Please, one of you airlines sponsor us so you can send us around the world and bring you Pokemon Go goodness from everywhere.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up these
events, please.
Okay, Philippines.
What up?
2% of our listeners.
Oh.
Canada, 1%.
Oh, Canada.
And Sweden, 1%.
What?
Yeah, actually, that's been pretty constant. Sweden's been a constant
Sweden's
thing.
been good to us.
In terms of our listeners.
Yeah, we're going, we got Denver, Aurora, and Littleton, our top 3 cities. Then Mountain View, California.
All right.
Then Eugene, Oregon. Then Tampa, Florida. Then Inglewood. I don't know how any Colorado City is losing to all these other places. Then we have somebody, we have a consistent 5 in Maryland and a consistent 1 in Los Angeles. So
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
I'm curious.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be cool if we could pull the YouTube numbers too to see where those people are coming.
Right.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Well,
but we're not
yeah,
gonna
for those and all those other places, it snowed here in Colorado, but because it's Colorado, the sun will come out like within a day and
Yeah.
melt
10
everything.
minutes.
Yeah, like it changes so quick. Like really look it up when you have a chance. But yeah, people. I was worried. We sent out like a last minute SOS message, like, "Hey guys, like the sidewalks are clear. Like we got snacks, we got this. Please come out." And then yeah, people came out of the woodworks, and
Yeah, just
we
like
had.
out from under the rocks and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, it was sick.
It was beautiful, and like people were coming out. There was a lot of like kids around. There was a lot of adults just like super eager to get their pins.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic at the table. Like I think Jay made some cookies, and that was a big hit. Like people,
It was Jay. I'm sorry.
Vilro.
Vilro.
Oh.
In our.
We
Yeah.
talked about her last
Yeah,
time.
we did.
Okay, so
Yeah, and so she made her
Get
cookies.
to know your shit, man.
I gotta meet you, Vero. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
like
We've
she's,
probably already met.
yeah,
Yo,
she's
shouts
super
to
sweet.
Jay for making some delicious chocolate chip
hell
cookies.
yeah.
And they were legendary because people were asking like, "What is this?" This old lady came to the table and she's like, "Where did you get this recipe? Can I learn this recipe?" And I was like, "Jeez, man, that's intense."
Yeah,
ladies asking
and,
for a
and
recipe.
then Jay's like, I just Googled it. I'm like, yes, Google,
It's
yes.
Paula Dean's recipe.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Blue Apron.
Speaking of something,
Sponsorships.
Throwing names out there, hope for money. But no, it went well.
Tiny
And like
cats.
people were getting their shiny Totodiles. I got quite a few on multiple accounts. Like one I played for my roommate because he got in at like 7 a.m. Obviously wasn't gonna make it, so played for him. And then a lot of people were getting shinies. I think I ended the day on a fucking shiny Snubble. I missed a Totodile and then it was a shiny Snubble. I was like, oh, alright, that's cool. But yeah, so today was awesome.
Yeah, and like so my focus today was actually more community based. I did a lot more like AR photos and shit because I wanna be more integrated into that and kind of put us back on the map or have a bigger role in that. And so shit, there was at least maybe 150. An easy 150, 200 people out there.
And
I
thank
have a
you
lot
all
of
for the
photos.
donations today to the Harmony Foundation.
Yeah,
It's just
shouts
awesome.
to you guys.
if you're
Real quick,
donating, my bad.
go ahead.
If you're donating, then listen, please. Listen to the podcast.
Listen to the podcast.
podcast.
Your
That's all I gotta say.
your support goes a long way.
It
Let
does.
me let you know. But for real though, there was a ton of people. There's like random spawns, like a Drapion popped up out of
That was
nowhere.
awesome.
Yeah.
Obama Snow popped up out of nowhere, so I got a ton of AR photos of those, and those are sick. But no, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought today would be dead as shit, and it was until, like I said, Jack's message kind of saved the day. They were like, "Oh, okay, sidewalks are actually clear. We'll come out." And the sun came out, and even though like I guess the weather factor was supposed to be like 34 or 37 or something like that, it felt pretty good.
It's still pretty
A
warm.
lot of people had to throw their jackets back in their cars, and it was really successful. And I was really surprised. On top of that, I did throw out a lot of people were super interested in Boulder Cup. In fact, a lot of us around the table stopped catching Totodile for a while. We're like, let's fucking battle.
Yeah.
Let's throw down. Let's try out our teams.
Right.
Had other people talking shit like
Scrubs.
well, not even scrubs, like peers, like fucking undefeated in the last 25 or 30 battles or something like that.
He never responding when
Yeah,
I said that.
It's funny you should say that because
Now, see,
he's always like, well, I say you had a core and he doesn't want to battle me or something.
He doesn't respond to me.
Ooh, Pierre, you're ducking smoke.
No, but really though,
Ducking the smoke, Pierre.
You can't dodge a wrench.
I only have 2 shields to dodge around,
Jesus.
and I blow them way too early. But anyway,
You do.
Strategy
You gave me a dub today.
I did.
You did. I'll take it though.
But that's all right. That's all right because that's part of the beauty of this community. Everyone was excited for this Boulder Cup, and the one thing I wanted to hit on that is at first, the 1500, the Great League for it. I was
Okay.
like, yo, that's whack. But at the same time, it makes you really rethink your strategies going in.
Yeah.
And then the whole typing is really important.
I love that about what you're doing with this Boulder Cup, and I think it's perfect. You have to use strategy, like with the video game, like with the card game, and everything else. So as simple as Pokemon Go is. I think keeping it simple with that Boulder Cup, it can compete with the card game and with the video game eventually. I think if we do it right. So
yeah, I agree, and that's something I'm really excited for. Did you have something to say?
No,
he's just like he's going through like an emotional
Just
journey.
an indigestion.
I was trying to make sure.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. I thought you looked excited over there.
we talk about eating peanut butter out of booty holes consistently on the podcast. So you can
But be careful with the oily peanut butter. Like you.
Stop.
Wait, hold on. Lubing up with the oily peanut butter.
I mean, it's better than chunky.
Chunky's more fun though.
But if I get the oiled up one, the no stir oiled up, it's already lubed up.
Like the Adams peanut butter? The thick oil on the top?
Fuck, Justin, that's what the fuck I'm
How
talking
about
about.
you, man?
Okay,
You got
it's
anything to
gotta
say about it? Not trying to eat peanut butter.
Just
out
like
of booty holes?
changed. Just the topic changed so quick. Like,
That's what we do after radio.
It didn't even
Just have
get
to
around the
radar.
table and it already went to ass eating. I'm going to bring it back to the PvP portion.
Thank you.
So with the PvP stuff,
I could easily turn PvP
no,
into
I
acid.
know you could, and I'm trying to save you and just go back to the topic. But with PvP, I think it's like I kind of was turned off by having it at the Great League level, just because so many people built up their 100% that they've caught throughout the 2 years of this game so far to the max, and now you can't. And like I'm hoping maybe. Obviously, this will be our trial with the Boulder Cup to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
But I'm really hoping we start to evolve to use the Master League.
And I
to
totally
do that.
understand why they do 1500 because you can use every Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some of the shit that you would never find valuable is incredibly valuable in these 1500.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Like Medicham, Whiscash. You know?
Oh, Whiscash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes...
I like my fly guns.
When you're doing...
The fly gun.
If you do Master League, there's really maybe 6 to 10 Pokemon that everybody should be using.
Yeah.
There's way less diversity.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So I get it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
to that point, like, I'm excited about this Boulder Cup, doing stuff with the Self League Arena. I'm interested in seeing how the global rankings and everything kind of pans out. I'd love to see us go against other regions.
Yes.
And then when we inevitably win those, sending our people to the World Cup or whatever you want to call it, Go Fest, things like that. But on the side, I know we're all excited about doing our own personal tournaments, our own local tournaments here. Got businesses kind of lined up. They're like, oh shit, 15% of every purchase goes to a charity of your choice.
That's awesome. And I was also going to talk about how, like when the game first came out, the first weekend I actually went on this like little Pokemon Go bar crawl where we actually hit up a few locations.
I remember that.
And they gave us a few discounts actually on food items and drinks and everything. I'm like, if more businesses would incorporate that, especially those that have a gym or a Pokestop near them,
Yeah.
they'll get so much money coming in.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think the issue is they think it died. They think the game died because a lot of businesses were doing that. And, the game kind of compared, like, large scale, yes, the game died a little bit.
Yeah,
Everybody.
But it had a
it
resurgence.
It was the Fab Runners at first.
Yeah.
Everybody jumped on board,
Right.
and world peace was achieved for like the first week, and then
Yeah.
after that, this kind of started.
I'm telling you, dude, that was the
breaking up a
closest to world peace we've ever been.
Seriously,
Sure.
But anyway, but yeah, to your point, a lot of businesses did do that, and it did kind of die, and we've had a resurgence. And this year, I'd love to get back to that. And we already have a few businesses lined up. Another one, it's like every purchase between 6 and 9 is 50% off with your crew that you bring in. And judging from the interest that we had at the community today about PvP, I mean, a good chunk of people I asked are like, yeah, Boulder Cup, I'm ready. Or, yeah, PvP tournaments, I'm totally down. Like, oh, you want to get your battles in? Like, today was the most I've ever battled in terms of other people, and I battled you today, Corey, for a little bit, battled you a couple times, Steve, battled you. And so, like, it was really awesome, and it's something at first I didn't know if I would get into, and we talked about that a few episodes back, where it's like another avenue for people to really get back into the game, and I think I'm really excited about the prospect really jumping into it, and having it something to help drive our community even further.
For sure. Well, I guess before we start diving into some more topics, let's talk to our guests for a little bit, man. Let's give them the mic.
Let's know about you.
Yeah, give us your
give
background,
some
man.
stories, man.
What got you into Pokemon Go or Pokemon in general?
Just think of it like a basic icebreaker. Icebreaker.
Icebacer.
Shut up.
Jack's been doing a little toot before the podcast.
No,
Got
so
a $100 bill lined up.
stop.
We do have that mirror over here.
Shut the fuck up. No. But your favorite Pokemon, what got you into Pokemon?
that stuff,
what are you looking forward to?
I mean, what are your roles in the community?
Yeah.
Things like that, man.
Like,
So
where do you want the community to go?
Right.
Like,
So
stuff
give
like
me some
that.
ideas, man.
So let's start with Dot Man.
Everyone's
man.
tired of hearing me talk.
Talk to the people. Talk to the
Ah,
people.
Okay. Well, I've been a Gen 1, like Gen 2 original from back in the days. Like
Okay.
when Red and Blue first came out on the Fat Boy, like I was totally into it. Like
The Fat Boy?
the Fat Boy.
The big old
The
game.
original, I remember.
You know,
Fat
4
Boy.
AA batteries.
Need a
make
fucking
sure
car
everything's-
battery to run it.
Exactly, yeah. Definitely needed the extension cord for that thing. But yeah, I got into it early on, and like middle school was the heyday.
Right.
The show would come on like actually before I'd go to school, so I'd try to catch like the first 15 minutes before.
Oh, yeah.
Parents were like, "You need to go to school now."
You're
I'm
like,
like,
"Damn
"Just give me a little bit more time. This is awesome," and checking it out. And I remember, I know it's sad because he kind of sucks in the game right now, just in Pokemon Go, but Nido King is my go-to.
Yeah.
Horn drill plus X accuracy.
Well, and I'm
Just
hoping, like, maybe with
murder
Koga, because Koga's going to definitely have poison if someone decides to do his gym.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be, like, a contender.
But Giovanni had Nido King, though.
He did.
That was
He
one
did.
of
He did.
his.
That was
He
his
can,
move.
So
if they do this 4 typing thing and continue it, that could be one of them.
I'm
Well,
hoping so, yeah.
Or we do
What
our
is
own
Neo
cups.
King's? What is Neo King's types?
Isn't he
Poison
poison?
ground.
Poison ground.
Poison
You can
ground.
use them in the Boulder Cup if you really.
Technically.
See, that was the thing, like,
Technically.
early on, I remember specifically
The movesets,
poison
it's
actually
one
had
part of
an
it.
effect
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
You would hit something with the first poison move, their defender would turn purple, and they're like,
Yeah.
it's happening, the effect's actually turning to purple. Like, yes,
Yeah,
start
the
going down
damage. The
faster.
damage over time was nasty.
And I really wish they
Bring
would
it
actually
back.
bring some of those effects
Status
back,
effects,
but,
yeah.
You know, for right now, I guess we just have to wait another, year or so.
You never know.
Yeah.
It could be another trial. They could throw it out at some point.
I'm hoping
'Cause
so, yeah.
Niantic's random as hell.
Yeah.
They're too busy
Well, they're
shit
not
about
really.
something racist, I guess.
Sure.
I forgot your name, trainer.
Oh, I guess that's a good transition.
Well, I mean, did you have more you want to talk
Yeah.
about?
Oh, no, keep going.
Well,
did
you,
you-
when
what
you're
did you
talking about like the community stuff,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's pretty good right now. I mean, everything's running so smoothly. I'm really happy, especially since like being where the original people actually started the War Masters and get everything going. I'm like, yes, this is flowing so smoothly. This is what we wanted the whole time. And you know, early on,
Was it chaotic before?
Yeah, we hit a few road bumps before, but
Talk about it, man. What do you mean?
You could give like a brief overview of like
brief overview. without
so-and-so
going
is
into too much
dumb.
detail.
they're cool. You
Yeah.
saw.
Was it a car?
Stop. No,
Oh, okay.
it is too early in the podcast for that.
I wasn't sure.
Everyone at the table just had war flags.
Yeah. Sometimes I get quiet.
Jesus.
But no, I think everything is running smoothly, and the PvP has really started to, bring a lot more people back, and it's encouraged a lot more excitement. So I'm glad for that.
Awesome.
Nice.
Right on.
All right.
Right on. What about you, BlashNash?
Good pronunciation.
Thank you.
Who's that Mongolian?
It's like just some like witchcraft stuff. Like,
Oh,
he's,
okay.
he's-
Wonderful.
It's wicked.
yeah, he's
Shut
he's
up.
he's a little bit of a bruja too. Like he'd cast spells and shit. Like,
Hell yeah.
it was a fun time. So
The man of mystery himself, BlashNash, man. What's your story?
I used to watch the show like when it first came out, or
Right.
like in the 90s.
Right.
Then when I got a Game Boy Advance SP, like the old flip, like, I got Sapphire, and that was when I first like dived deep into it. Like Pokemon was like really taboo around like my parents' house, so like all of our cards and shit like got taken away. Like
really?
Wait, from your parents?
Yeah.
Why?
If they were overly religious, and then the stuff that they were talking
Those
about,
pagan monsters, get them out of my
Was
house.
that the reason?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Whoa. Those demons. Those
demons in the cards.
Yeah. Like no, literally, those were the words out of my dad's mouth. Even like a year or two ago, like he's like, "Are you playing Pokemon?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Son, it's demonic." Like,
The psychic types are evil.
Really?
yeah.
I thought you were joking. Like,
No, dead serious. Like,
whoa.
Yeah.
No me gusta. I did not.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Humans are crazy.
Yeah.
So all right.
Yeah. But
breaking taboo.
well, my mom bought me Fire Red, so I was like,
Your mom's an anarchist.
well, like,
She's like, bring it down.
kind
Bring
of
it all
encouraged
down.
it, but then at the same time, I'm like, you bought me this game. She's like, no, I would never do that. I'm like, you bought it for me. You literally bought this for me.
She's
I
like shaking her head,
like,
no, but like passing it to you.
Santa brought it, son. This was Santa who brought it. We can't control what he does. That's it.
But, yeah, so I got real into the Gen 3s, and then I knew the Gen 1s from the show, and then after that, like, Fire Red learned Gen 2s a little bit. But then through all that, my favorite was Blaziken. I know he's not the best.
Hold on. Time out.
Blaziken.
Yes.
If you're doing Boulder Cup,
You need
Blaziken. Corey's Blaziken is.
I know, but I don't
my
have
asshole.
don't have the dust for
I
Wait,
maxed
actually,
out Corey's
never mind.
Blaziken with my
It's
Blaziken.
10,000.
With your Blaziken, that's what I'm saying.
My boys.
My Blaziken's better than your Blaziken.
Well, both of your Blazikens fucked me up. That's all I'm saying. Like, I was not ready.
Alright, my bad.
I love my brother.
BlashNash.
BlashNash. Right on, Blaziken. So kicking chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get that sky uppercut.
I really wish he had Sky Uppercut.
That would
Maybe
be
for
a
his
beautiful signature move.
Yes.
maybe for his community day.
I wish they would have done something better with Totodile today. Like, instead of just bringing back Hydro
Just
Cannon.
another Hydro Cannon.
Yeah.
Well, what move would he have had?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
know.
I kind of wish they just come up with new move sets for that.
Steel
Like,
Jaw or something like that.
Steel
Just because
Jaw?
he's like
Oh,
a
that
shiny
sounds
Pokemon.
awesome.
That would be.
Like,
'Cause it's
because
a gator.
they don't
Yeah.
exactly have to follow the same framework of the game. They clearly broken that a long time
Should
ago.
give him the Pokemon's elbow because mine's Dwayne the Croc Johnson.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm editing that out. I'm editing that out. I can't do it.
Can you do better than that?
No, I'm not
The
gonna
Croc
do
is
that.
cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
The Crockett.
Oh my god.
Wait, say it. Say if you smell.
What the Croc is cooking.
Oh my god.
Right on. So BlashNash.
BlashNash.
I wish, like, it was okay when they recycled the first move sets for, like, the Gen 1 and Gen 2
Right.
moves, like, but I thought they would have gone something different with, like, the new year. Like, maybe we'll start out something new for this one, and then with Swampert, we'll do another new moveset. Like,
Very similar to like what they did with like
Muddy water.
Ampharos. Where
Oh,
they
yeah.
gave him like a random ass dragon
Yeah,
move. Like,
Like-
they could have easily did something like that
That was just
for
tease.
alligator.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That would have been really sweet. I like his coloring and everything too. Like he's teal with a nice blue fin.
I love those.
That shit's smooth. But the
Hydro
moves,
Cannon does make them relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hydro Cannon's a
does.
good move.
Hydro Cannon Crunch.
Yeah.
Great move set for
Yeah.
your 2,500 leagues.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, for like Swampert, no Hydro Pump. It's got
Yeah.
Surf, which is solid.
Yeah.
Dude, like,
give it a good
muddy
mud.
water. Or
Yeah.
something.
Mud bomb
Mud bomb.
would be nice.
or just make a brand new move that's of that typing. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have the
Two
power
charge.
literally to do
You
it.
have 7 gens of
110,
moves to
yeah.
dive
Yes.
into. Like, come
Pick
on.
any of them.
Well, BlashNash, what about your community involvement, man? What do you do around this here?
He's
Around
kind of
here,
an
man?
enigma.
What do you do in these parts?
What are you doing this
Like-
part here?
Before he gets into it, what are your interactions with BlashNash? Because like legitimately, we'll be at a raid or something, and then like you just like you feel a twitch.
You feel like it's shipped in the air.
You're like you turn around and
who
it's
is
like
that?
right
It's
behind
Right,
you.
but like the dude from Mr. Deeds, like,
Yeah, exactly. At least that's been me. Like today,
that literally happened today at AMC.
Yeah.
Like we're working at Bounce and I turn, he's there. I'm like, I knew someone was coming up
I was
behind me.
surprised to see you there, honestly. I was like, fuck yeah, Joel's here. And, you
it
know.
was just you just show up, man. It's random. I think one time was a wing hut raid. You're like, hey Justin. I was like, what?
Who there?
Oh, it's you. And then you're like in a suit or something. I was like, damn.
Yeah, like when you're in a suit,
The boy
you
cleans
confuse
up.
me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what's
you're
up.
looking sharp. Like,
But anyway, sorry. Well,
I just go wherever my heart leads me.
whoa.
that
That looks beautiful. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right.
Like
Yes.
my home base is like basically the center of the Aurora Masters like coverage area, so I basically go all throughout Aurora. Like,
okay.
Just
Seriously,
randomly.
yeah, because you can just hit whatever.
Yeah.
Even Southline's
Yep.
like, it's no problem. Everything's like max like 15 minutes away from
Exactly.
where we're at.
See,
Good
Southwood
thought.
just feels like it's in like Kansas though to me, because I'm not over there all the time. Like, I know it's not.
Bennett is Kansas.
No, I've been
Southland's-
there.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, Bennett feels closer than Southwoods. In my mind, it
Are
feels
you
closer.
insane?
It's just
I-
he never goes to
I never
Southland.
go there.
It's crazy.
Only time I've been there is for Bad Daddy Burger, which was amazing,
Yes.
and then I think
Like
to
Bar
go
Louie
to like the
nowadays.
bank,
yeah.
Bartleby.
and that's about it. But I don't go there any other time. So when people are like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Southlands, I'm like, why?
See, I know the area comes back
It just
to
throws
mind,
me
but
off.
There's some good shit down there.
If you're
Yeah, there
Valor,
is.
you need to be going to Southlands. Southlands is Valor heavy.
Yeah,
Is
for
it?
sure.
It really is.
Whoa.
Valor heavy.
No, it's not.
Joel
gross.
just smiles.
It's
He's
beautiful.
like, yes.
It's beautiful.
No,
But I
yeah.
don't talk to the Southlands Valor
you
people.
don't. Why?
Nor do I.
They're all
Yeah.
on like Facebook or in their own little group. Like
Yeah,
they don't.
it's kind of like your instinct group.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah, no,
do
they,
it
they
to
are
stay.
cool, but like
It's a little
They're
just
cool,
never
but I
really
just
get
don't-
to
Well,
talk
they
to
have like. Well, that's the thing though. Is like, cliquey's an interesting word, because like they'll still socialize, but they form like their own kind of like fam unit,
Yeah.
them.
and they'll stay within it. They'll work with others, but they're
Yeah.
not afraid to like they'll branch out, but
Yeah.
they'll still go back to like the core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a
And
doubt.
those core
Whereas-
players
whereas-
are just Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like some of the core, but some of them, like I feel like how you described the Little Ting group, because I've actually seen a couple of, like screenshots of their text within our Instinct chat, and because some of the people in ours will ruffle feathers too, just for shits and giggles.
Wait, who's screenshots of who?
Oh,
Of,
chats with what's
Vader's
it?
Blade?
Vader's Blade.
Oh, really?
Littleton, yeah.
Yes.
How is that making
I'll
it to
sh-
the Instinct
I'll-
group?
Oh, I'll share it with you later.
yeah, it's
But
it's
there's
a-
After
yeah,
raid.
there's a lot of little conversations that happen that
Behind
deal with
closed
kind of
doors.
like the hypocrisy of like spoofing and cheating in the game and like their tier levels. Like I actually got a tier breakdown.
there's a Littleton tier list of cheating. Do you know that?
Yeah, I'll share
Did
that.
they
with
like
you.
post it?
He posted it in that little chat.
You little
that I had.
fuckers out there, little tits.
Yeah, but
It's really interesting.
But that's the beauty of like the Instinct chat, and I feel like Valor probably has the same thing of like everyone kind of dabbles in things.
Yes.
And so people of the Instinct chat dabble in other areas, and so then it comes back to us. It's kind of like just having an extended family. Like someone hears someone shit talking, they come back like, "Yo, I heard this person talking shit." Like, spill the tea, bitch. Do it, yeah. And you just come back, and everyone just like hashes it out.
Well, it's a good one. I mean, it's like the same with the crew here. Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm really
usually-
curious to see what that said. We actually had because one of them in particular is a moderator on the Colorado Discord, and the topic of spoofing came up and whether we should address it or not address it and all that. And I, along with many of the people who are actually active on the page, were of the position, well, it's pretty prevalent in Denver. I'd rather them feel comfortable communicating and just kind of, instead of doing things
Separately.
Yeah.
Like to
yeah,
alienate
just
people.
like maybe put a roll out for people to ask for air support
Mhm.
because coordinating in Denver is a lot more difficult than it is
way
out
more
here.
difficult.
And if people have a fear that they'll get reported because they come in our air support,
It's not how it works.
yeah.
So yeah, we mentioned that, and there was just this, from a couple people, some serious opposition to doing that, and the main reason is that, well, the verified level 40 group says this and this and this is appropriate levels of
What the
cheating.
fuck are they to judge?
The vast majority of players are not the 1% of,
Yeah.
they're not stat obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I can like. That's all I'll say. We'll just continue the topic,
But no, that's really interesting. I like how you call it air support too. That's pretty funny. I never even thought about that. It's just like
air support.
I need air support, please.
Incoming B-52 bomber.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Paisley.
Oh,
But
God.
anyway, no, that's really interesting. You got anything more to add to that?
So who else do you like besides Blaziken?
You got other favorites?
Like, what's your
Nido King's your dude, right?
Yeah,
Nido King's awesome.
That's your
Sizer would be my second.
There you
That is
go.
a ninja death bug.
Yeah,
That thing
that shit looks sick.
murderous.
All right.
Completely.
All right, you got Blaziken and what, Dunsparce?
I see him more of a Shuckle type of person.
Shuckle's dope. Put some fucking respect on
Spinda?
Shuckle.
In Pokemon Go, yeah, definitely Shuckle.
Not solo that. Yeah,
I see that. That's my guess for you.
Like, I got a 93
Yeah,
like
that
wild
thing
spawn.
was
It was like level 35. I was like,
Are you serious?
sure, I'll take it.
Yeah, thanks. Accepted.
Right on.
That's legit. All right.
Right on.
That's a good intro.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, fellas, today.
Yeah,
man. That's
thanks for
awesome.
your time.
I didn't even know you fuckers were coming, so that's pretty awesome.
Surprise!
Awesome, man. So what's on the docket for tonight?
Well, really, we can just get into just like random shit. I
Well,
mean,
I guess to go back to PvP stuff, talking with someone else today, another Instinct player was talking about how PvP has actually turned them off from wanting to play.
interesting. So did he explain why?
Yeah.
Yes, he was elaborating on the fact, like, obviously with the battle system in its like basic form, that he felt it was too basic.
Well,
The
was that
fact-
the person we were talking to at the beginning?
No,
Oh, okay, never mind.
I don't think so. But just kind of elaborated that he felt like it's limiting to what we can have in terms of like our battle strategy. Like basically that there's no strategy. You send it out, you just click and be.
Yeah, seriously.
Well,
And
let's-
I like it was interesting because I didn't expect him to be turned off by it. I expected it to actually spark more of an interest.
Right.
And then when we're talking about like, hey, well, what about this? Like, would you be interested? He's just automatic like, nah,
That's
I'm not.
interesting.
Well, let's,
Well, just a lot of people, and then talking to another person, Smokey actually, he was talking because I haven't seen that dude in months. Because obviously Heat Trend, I'm not like I got 9 of them. I'm solid.
I heard it's good for PvP though, just from the Game Press article.
I'm sure it is.
It is.
But
It's
like
actually
a
really
lot
good.
of people nowadays aren't raiding. A lot of the Discord groups have fallen silent
Yeah.
just because everyone's kind of burned out on this Pokemon.
Yeah,
On
that's
this
true.
raid boss, and like my prediction, hopefully, is like Palkia for the next one.
aren't we supposed to be
That
getting
would be
Darkrai?
nice.
I feel like Darkrai is a mythical, and we'll get it as a.
Didn't they put out an announcement though?
I don't know.
I haven't
Did they?
seen it.
I
yet.
heard some shiny Kyogre Groudon.
That's the
would
rumor
be
I heard.
amazing.
Ray 2.
Please bring it back.
Black Dragon.
No, I heard that's
Oh,
just
it's
gonna
gotta be
be
black.
Black Dragon. One Black
Kyogre and
Dragon.
Groudon.
We have one Black Dragon here already.
I'm here.
Oh my god! Stop!
Black Dragon used Screech.
Jesus, super effective.
No, but
There
go
you
ahead. Yeah.
It's one of those things of like a lot of the raid bosses have been kind of like bland.
They're out too long.
They are out too long.
Well, how often
But
should
it-
they change? Every 2 weeks? Every 3
They're
weeks?
gonna
3
bring
weeks.
it back 5 different times anyway.
Yeah.
Like Lugia.
Well, yeah. Well, from the field research, oh my god,
Yeah.
don't get me started. But
4
Like-
times for Lugia, guys.
yeah, like
Come on,
if people
Niantic.
haven't caught it. Like, who was it? I think it was a avid gamer back when he was like active. I don't know what happened to that child.
He's gone off.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Come
Like,
back,
are
dude.
you out there?
Seriously.
But-
You're awesome.
Hello.
Yeah, you were a legit player. Like I liked you a lot, but no, like I remember he was giving me shit. He's like, "You want to come and help us with the Lugia raid?" And I sent him a screenshot, and it was like 91 Lugia. It's like, I'm good, fam. Like I don't need to go out anymore. And that was at the 2nd iteration. We're at our 4th. So I'm just like, can you not like bring back the ones that we actually want? Bring back like the Gen 2 legendaries.
And I
Mix
think
it
the
up
nice
some.
thing when they do have the legendaries is when there's multiple legendaries.
Mm,
It's nice to just give it
yeah.
a little diversity
Right.
because,
a
like,
little bit
again,
of spice.
Heatran's cool,
What
but
the
like,
hell is diversity?
Oh, I don't know, man.
What?
Old wooden ship.
I don't know.
Civil War.
Shut the fuck up. What is diversity?
But to your earlier point, I mean, talking. That's what I was asking with someone we talked to earlier, because it's the same thing. Because he kept asking me like, "What do I think about the battle system?" And I was like, as a tool by itself, without our organization of things or whatever, it's pretty simple. It's kind of it's
That's what
bland
makes it
and
good. Like it's simple. Like
Yeah,
And I was
that
like,
even a kid could do it.
well, yeah, and that's the beauty of it. And that's what I was
How
trying
weird.
to. That's what I was explaining to him, and maybe I don't know if it got to him or not. But like I was like, yes, it's a simple tool, but it's up to us as a community and as people, as organizers, to make it something interesting. The reason that this Boulder Cup thing is so interesting is because you're relegated to only being 1,500, which allows you to open up your the possibilities of what Pokemon you can use. And like naturally, there's a lot of those Pokemon like that you want to use, but they're like over leveled, right, or something like that. So
By like 5 CP.
yeah, and so it makes you
Bullshit.
change your strategy. It makes you really think. On top of the 1,500 thing, with the Boulder Cup at least, like you're relegated to only using certain types. Now, the nice thing is you can use different typings that are combined with those, but it's like rock, ground, steel, and fighting, and you can use the grass fighting, you can use a psychic fighting, you can do...
No, but I got a little cocaine powered it over.
Well, no.
you can do stuff like that,
Right.
and like that's what makes the tool interesting. Like yes, by itself it's simple. If I want to just battle, if I want to battle Corey just for no reason, it can get boring after a little bit, especially if I'm losing a bunch or if I end up winning a bunch or whatever. You know, that can be boring. But the simple fact that we put our own little parameters on it to keep it interesting, to keep us having to strategize and really play it. And then like within the simplicity of the game, like you get 2 shields. Well, if it's a Pokemon that has like a charge move that you can get 3 charges off back to back to back, you have to really plan on how to use those shields.
Well, I absolutely love. I think my favorite is that 1,500 category because
I really like the 15.
You can. It's unlike the Ultra and Master where IV might actually matter.
Right.
And the Great League it kind of doesn't. If you can have, I think my understanding is that like a 0 attack, 15 defense, 15 stamina is like the best Pokemon you can have.
Oh, for sure.
Because it lets you power it up an extra couple times.
Right.
And that kind of makes up for not having that 15 attack stat.
for sure.
So yeah, just some of that shit that you get to power up. I would never would have maxed out at Metacham.
Right.
But yeah,
It's
you get
beastly.
He's just like, hello.
Well, I think one of our biggest gripes.
some of those shitty shinies. Like,
Right. Yeah.
There you
They
go.
can come.
I think
I
one
saw that
of
Harry
our
on
biggest
there.
gripes that come with the podcast is we have a wealth of Pokemon knowledge, and we don't, especially tonight at this table, just the wealth of knowledge in the game, and we don't share it as much. That's the feedback I'm getting from a lot of people.
Okay.
So I think it's our responsibility, man, especially if we want people to start engaging and getting in this Boulder Cup. I think we should probably start sharing that
something like that.
knowledge. So, I mean, I guess what do you guys suggest, man?
Well,
like, what are some tools that you
I guess we'll go around the table and share like one little secret.
A strategy.
I mean, I'm not saying share secrets.
Oh no, I'm
like,
down.
You know, it's just something like
to me, it's
just
like
a resource.
Oh,
and then
well,
I
to
could
me-
I could add the resources to the links in the bio.
okay.
And things like that.
Bulbapedia.
Bulbapedia.
Please go to Bulbapedia.
Classic.
That's where you can figure out your typings. You could figure out what's good against others. You could look for effectiveness charts.
Right.
And base that on how you find your Pokemon. So like for me, one Pokemon that I'm really excited to try to use in the Boulder Cup is Torterra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because his final form is a grass and ground.
Okay.
And obviously I've heard people through the grapevines like, oh, Wishcash, I'm going to just destroy. I'm like,
I got something for that ass.
yeah, it's like, I'll come with that Razor Leaf and fuck your day up.
I got
But
something for that ass.
I'm coming.
Okay.
And then like
geez,
finding a good one,
sweet.
obviously, and like AMC just had, it was a Tortwig nest for us, AMC Aurora Municipal Center. But it was a Tortwig nest. Now it's a
It's the
Snubble
snubble
nest.
Snubble nest.
Get your
But
shiny.
I'm just like, it's one of those things that like when you figure out the typings for the gyms, like to me it kind of makes you want to increase your strategy.
Right.
But like utilizing existing resources for the games to the original games for the Pokemon Go is something you should do
right now.
Well,
for
and
sure.
it's fun. Like if you look at it, and I know you love the term meta, right?
Stop.
So anyway, the beauty of like things like this Boulder Cup is the Boulder Cup has its own meta.
Yep.
Right now, and like for those that don't know, rock Pokemon by themselves are pretty fucking lame. They're weak to a lot of things, and they don't really excel in a lot of different areas. Now, rock typing mixed with other ones, those can be pretty beastly if you do them right.
Yeah.
So I guess as part of my knowledge sharing or whatever, you know, a resource I use and it's distinctly Pokemon Go related is Pokemon Go Hub. And they have a resource, they have Pokedex, they have, I mean, it's not everyone's favorite, but it's a good way to look at, I guess, because they do a lot of deep dives into, like, DPS numbers and other things like that. Like, I'm pretty sure Stats Zach would love that kind of shit. But, if
Where
you go,
is he at?
I haven't seen him in a long time, man, I don't know. I saw him at a raid once upon a time.
Zach,
Yeah,
you're
I
okay.
still owe him a Larvitar.
Yeah, he rolls.
I could see Zach being at. I could be some. I could see him at like a rehab center right
He
now.
posted in the gym.
No, he actually
Yeah.
popped a lot of
So
He's,
Oh.
yeah, he's
he's
been in
still around.
Sagebrush a couple times.
I think I've
He
seen
lives
him
right there.
skateboard
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
down.
Yeah, he does love longboarding. I know that, but I haven't seen him.
So it's cold out.
So Zach, if you're all right, let us know.
I think he's just hanging out with the Parker crew.
That's true. He does hang out with him.
Oh, gotcha.
But anyway, you know, Go Hub or whatever, they break down that kind of stuff, but it does give you a little bit of insight about something more Pokemon Go specific. So it's a good place to learn typings and everything like that. If you want to learn the quote meta for Boulder Cup or whatever, there's a lot of resources online via Reddit or YouTube or whatever. But yeah, if you want a quick tip, fighting Pokemon are really good. And that's fighting Pokemon mixed with other things, but they're really good. And then ground Pokemon are pretty fucking sick. Steel Pokemon are okay, but they get demolished by
They're
fighting.
good on the defense. But
They're
if
good
you
defensively,
use
I
yeah.
really wouldn't use a steel Pokemon for this.
It's rough. The only one I'd recommend would be
Steel is
Yes.
not. Yeah.
Skarmory's good.
If it has,
for-
because
versus
it has
the
a.
fighting. It's got double air moves. That you can
Air
use,
moves.
so-
I was gonna say if it's a steel move, steel's not effective against anything. So
Honestly.
yeah, it's super. Everything's pretty much super effective
Rock,
against it.
but
yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be my little, I guess, 2 cents on that. There's a lot of, and not to give away any like strategies or anything, but there are a lot of little things you can do to tweak your teams and really kind of get into it. The one thing that's really interesting to me as far as like these kind of more type-centered tournaments or where there's tournaments with a little bit more restrictions to them is I need to find myself a fucking dust dealer or something because I'm burning through my Stardust to prep for this. But, you know, in the long run, it'll be cool because I have a lot for Great League. And like Corey said earlier, Great League's my favorite league to fight in because there's a lot more viable options. Just real quick, those are probably resources I'd use. Like, Bulbapedia is a good one. That one, you know, talks about like the regular games and type matchups and things like that, but you can still learn a lot of information from those. And then, like I said, Pokemon Go Hub. I don't know, do you have any?
Thanks for that dissertation, Jay Titan.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I just talk forever.
I just use like Pokemon Game Press, where I'm just for the move
Game
list.
Press
so I
is
can,
the Pokemon Go player's Bible. They're even they have a slot for PvP ratings, which they haven't really developed too much yet. But once that comes out, it's really gonna
That'd be huge.
Yeah,
I mainly just use it for like the move pool, just to see like should I actually like add a second move to this?
Exactly,
Like, what could it possibly know? Like,
because most of the ratings right now are, I'd say, primarily for raids and gyms.
Yeah.
Once PvP comes out, ratings are definitely going to change up quite a bit.
How about you, Corey? Where do you get your mastery from?
Trial and error.
I knew it.
Corey's not giving a shit.
Yo, practice makes perfect, and Corey's practice enough to dust me.
I'll
a
give
lot.
you one. Don't go with the obvious move.
Yes.
If you're one of the best things to use in Ultra and Master Leagues is Metagross. You should have Meteor Mash, obviously. What's your second move gonna be?
Earthquake.
Yeah. Not Psychic. Don't do Psychic.
Psychic's offense.
Earthquake fucks up anything that's supposed to fuck up Metagross.
Yeah.
Okay.
And nobody sees that coming.
That's where you've been
That'll
fucking
roll.
getting me. Fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, surprise.
That thought never crossed my mind, and then I played somebody who obviously they had thought about that before, and I just happened to drop an Entei on their Metagross, and I got hit with an earthquake, and it one-shotted it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Oh,
like, what the
yeah.
fuck just...
I hate
I
it.
had
How did that happen?
Like when
I
I
hate
fire
it.
blast
So
your
young.
Metagross.
Yeah.
Slow king.
Right.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, like
Like
that, those are
psychic. Like,
those obscure move sets that, yeah.
And see,
That's
I
how
did,
Pier fucks people up.
Yeah.
Those really obscure moves.
I did that with Arcanine. It was all dark and a wild charge.
Nice.
Nice.
And it was like a Gyarados, and they're like, I got you. I was like, I got you. They're like, what the fuck? I'm
Yeah.
like, surprise.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wild charge on Arcanine is great.
I did the same against Herb earlier. My Breloom, he wasn't ready for the grass and fighting typing. Like, I know that's its typing, but he wasn't ready for both moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earthquake on Meganium.
That's the
another
top
really good
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Dot Man?
My Typhlosion, no, so
I don't know.
it's interesting.
I mean, it's pretty much most people have already figured out multi-bar charge moves are definitely key
The deal, right?
to winning. Yeah.
So charge move with
And
2 or 3 bars, right?
You would think.
Yes.
You
Like
want to
your
make
f-
people expend those
Yeah.
shields.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would think moves with like a fast EPS energy per second would be great. I've been finding DPS has also been
Yeah.
really
DPS is
busting out pretty quick.
top.
So
Right on. Awesome.
It's like getting double toppy, man. You gotta
Oh my god.
get into it.
Double
Always
toppy.
bring it back to that.
Double toppy and peanut butter. Ooh, double toppy with the oily peanut butter. That lube action.
Can you?
Oh yeah.
That's after you know.
After
Yeah.
radar.
do you have a
Back
specific
page,
brand
man.
you use? Maybe we can get.
Get sponsorship from
Sounds
them.
about the
You're like Adams.
That was Adams.
Adams.
It was
Adams. Peanut butter.
It was Justine's
Non-
and Justine's, but that's expensive.
Non-hydrogenated oils.
natural peanut butter.
Can you
No
please come
GMOs.
over?
Wait, is
No
Adams?
GMOs.
Is Adams local?
It is local.
There you go, Adams.
It is local.
Oh,
Let
shit.
me give
Adams, you better, I'm shouting you out right now. You better
You
throw us some dollars.
The deal of a century.
I don't know if they want to be
I want
associated with us with that nonsense.
Anyway,
But it is good
Anyway.
peanut butter.
I mean, we've touched on pretty much all the
Well,
basic resources I would use.
oh no, well, some things that this new PvP things make me want to do is it makes me want to go raid and actually try to get the raid parties back to just go and hunt.
What do you
Yes,
mean? Wait,
to
say
get
again?
motherfucking TMs.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm so low. I have so many fast, and maybe this year they'll allow us to come up with 2 fast and 2
Yeah.
charge just to get to the 4. That'd be amazing. So
Well,
you could
yeah.
pick like which one do you want as your default.
Right.
Because
So you
sometimes
have
I
to
wanted
tap
to know.
on one side of the screen for
No,
the fast
I think
ones, or-
you'd set it as like a preset before you
Okay.
go into the battle.
Right.
That'd be my hope. So you can alternate between the 2.
I kind of like his idea. You tap a
like-
different side. You
That-
tap,
that-
you
that-
tap,
like tap one
tap the left
Tap
side.
the
of
right
screen,
side,
and then
yeah.
tap the
Well, yeah, I
left
talked.
This is working
I
fast.
I talked about that in the group chat. I did like 10 raids in 2 days and couldn't get a charge. And
Yeah,
I was so
you
pissed.
were
Apparently
talking
they're
about
rare as shit. These charge teams.
Yeah, they're changing them up.
Really?
But,
And that's why.
Yeah, I know. It's like I've been sitting on 50 for a
And
long
I've been
time.
getting like
Well,
stupid amounts.
and see, that's why I like talking with Smokey because that was one of his comments today at AMC was like, dude, I don't see you anymore. And for those of you who don't know, like I'm pretty active in the raid community, except as of recently because I don't care for this boss.
Yeah.
But I always forget, like, oh yeah, that's a great way to get TM
Right.
and rare candies.
Right.
So I think as we get toward the warmer months, I'm definitely gonna try to like maybe once a month be like, hey, I'm gonna get together on a Saturday at Mission Viejo Park. We're gonna go hit raids
Right.
till like noon and then call it a day.
Yeah.
So everyone who might lack that kind of organization or like just needs kind of like a guide can be like, oh, well, I'll just join Jack. He's gonna get ready to go,
Uh-huh.
or join another raid lead to just like lead the charge.
Okay.
So you're saying
Just to get people back.
PvP has made you want to do more raids?
To get the
Just to
items.
get the TMs.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's something though.
Yeah.
Something.
Well,
Sure.
because I didn't have an interest. Like I was
Yeah.
like, oh, Moon Ducky, I'm good on him.
Right. And maybe my
Like
issue
trains.
is.
That's really good. in
3.
PvP, you're
Yeah.
like,
3 of
holy
them.
crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
He got,
You got
three.
three?
in
What?
one raid.
Get the
No,
fuck out
that
of
wasn't
here.
me. That was Raina. Like she posted in that other
Raina?
group
I got
chat, but,
two
like
today.
yeah, but like
Shout out
3
to
from one raid.
OG
like,
Raina.
Holy
Shout out to
shit.
OG Raina.
Shout out to
Everyone has-
OG Raina.
incredible luck in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And it's one of those things
Give
of
me your
like,
luck.
I think it's a way to like, again, it will draw people back.
Right.
Yeah.
If we now see the need for TMs, because Stardust, when I'm powering stuff up, because I was telling someone like I by mistake have dropped 200,000 Stardust when I was trying to delete a Pokemon. It's like, teach it a new move, and I'm not paying attention. I'm like, whatever,
Yeah.
and then it's like. Because I'm not paying attention.
Like right
They're
there.
right on iPhone 10. It's bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
God.
see
On
the
my
whole
iPhone
screen.
6,
Yeah.
it doesn't, so I just delete.
Yeah.
It just deletes. My iPhone 10, they're right next to each
Next to
other.
each other, yeah.
So if you're not paying
Long
attention,
screens,
you
dude.
just you click and you waste all that dust.
Yeah, this happened to me a couple times.
Like I did it on like I think like it was like there's like a 75,000 one, right?
Yeah.
I did that in 250,000s,
Oh, God.
and it was gone.
So it's 175,000.
Yeah, and then I'm sure I did it on a couple of the
Right.
other ones, but I'm like,
Right.
damn it! But it's just one of those things
Right.
that I'm like, shit, I need to go back out and raid.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think, and it's like the first time in like probably 4 months I'm below mil.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, oh my god, like I'm poor. What's happening to my Stardust?
I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah,
we gotta get a second mortgage.
How am I gonna do this?
What are you gonna do?
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Niantic, can you make me a dust dealer?
Dust
Yeah.
dealer.
Make it that title, Dust Dealer.
Access to dust.
But
What they
like,
need to do is double the dust base rate.
they just
Don't
need
be so
to
stingy
please
with
throw an
it.
event
Yeah.
out for it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You don't
Like have that with
500
Feebas or something. Like
200
please.
for everything is no
Yeah.
problem, honestly.
Like
I mean-
when they do those events that double or quadruple the dust
right.
or candies, they're beautiful.
I mean, what I'm finding slept on is feeding berries. I need to do that more. I don't feed berries enough, and I could that.
Oh, in gyms?
Yeah, in gyms, and I mean, I don't trash them either because I know they're valuable to feed in gyms, but I just don't do it enough. So I'm sitting on like 200 berries, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with it?
See, because
yeah.
I've literally backed out of even gymming for the most part.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm like, thinking back to like the Teresa like freaking podcast, like I'm like shit. I'll just allocate $40 to just coins and not have to worry and stress
Right.
about fighting people
Right.
in gyms. But every now and then I might get bored and see that low dollar player. I'm like, hey,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa, bro.
I'm coming.
That's a hate
for
crime.
you.
This is a hate
Not a
crime.
hate crime. You guys are literally everywhere.
No.
Like I had someone today be like, "Oh, your instinct, I never see you," and I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?"
Oh no, there's something wrong.
Get the fuck out
Oh,
my
you
face.
think you're a real person?
Yeah. And I like glanced up at him. I'm like, "Who are you talking
That was a bad
to?"
time.
Yeah, and I was just
Wow.
like, "This person has no idea who the
Right.
fuck
No,
he's
but
talking
it's
to."
Well-
interesting that PvP would do that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I guess one of the. I mean, I'm gonna just touch on a couple of the resources that we did mention. Well, yeah, that we did mention. I mean, all those ones that you guys mentioned were good. Discord, simply like, there's so many Pokemon Discords. Like, I'm a part of like 8 other ones.
God.
That are just like they're real good resources. Like I'm a part of this trainer
Pogo Tinder?
decks. What's up?
Like Pogo Tinder.
Is there?
Maybe. There's the trainer decks. There's this trainer decks one where it ranks you. It ranks everybody who's involved against pretty much like the top ones in the world. Everybody internationally is on that one. That Discord. Everybody that's Pokemon Go famous is on that Discord. It calculates, like I'm right now trying to get to level 40. You send a screenshot of how many, what your XP is at, and it gives you an estimate on when you're going to hit, whatever XP you want to hit.
Yeah.
So right now I'm like 2 months away from 40. If I stay at this pace that I'm at now,
Do it.
there's just a million Discords out there that give tips on PvP battling, or just anything Pokemon Go related.
Yeah.
As far as battling and raiding goes, one that we didn't touch on was Poke Battler. That one, if you want to, you're gonna have to donate to their Patreon, I think, right? Donate to their Patreon, and then you can get their little spreadsheets and all that stuff. And you gotta do your work as far as knowing your CP, your Pokemon and CP and levels and things like that. But you input those stats, and it simulates battles for you. It was real big with the solo rating when I was into solo rating. I utilize that tool a lot. That's another good one. That's Poke Battler.
Well,
again, just online. I mean, you guys spoke on it, man. Knowing your typing, studying your typing, knowing what's good against what, knowing the movesets that the Pokemon can get.
Yeah,
all
I need
that
to go
stuff.
to that one.
Yeah,
I didn't know the move. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
no,
it's funny because I think Sylph also has those resources as well.
So I mean, there's a ton of resources out there for you guys, and we'll provide links in the in the bio for everything that we mentioned tonight.
To touch with that, I think the biggest thing, we've talked about this a number of times.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do your due diligence in this game. You can't just expect people to do it for you.
For sure.
Okay, Corey.
What?
Some of us are.
This is America. I shouldn't have to try. Get it.
But really, though, you have to put in. If you want to do well, if you want to be on top, you got to put in some time.
Yeah.
And that's perfectly fine. That's the beauty of it. Like, I'm getting into it because I want to be better, and the only way I get better is to keep practicing, is to keep learning, and to keep like pushing myself, and like
trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error. That's a huge
okay.
thing. Like, even if I have, if anyone wants to call it a wealth of Pokemon knowledge, I don't know how that applies in certain aspects of Pokemon Go. Like, sure, in competitive Pokemon on the games or whatever, like, come see me. But on this, like, it's different. It's a completely different ballgame and different system. So I have to learn. And so what do? I put my time in to learn. And so that's the one thing I implore everyone to really look into. Don't be a lazy fuck and really just
That's true.
get in there and learn. Because there's so many resources out there. And I didn't learn all this just because, like, it was given to me or showered upon me. I was interested in being the best that ever was.
Mm-hmm. Just like the song.
Yeah. And I put in a lot of effort to learn as much as I could. So that's my major piece of advice is like, and if you sucks to suck. Get better.
And also
ignorance is not an excuse.
It's not.
Yeah.
And if anything, make it like one of your resolutions this year is like, I'm actually going to take it upon myself to figure out my own shit. Because if you're a fucking scrub, like scrub was like one of those like controversial terms from the podcast. I don't want no scrubs. But it's one of those things of like, the game's been out for 2 years now. You should know your resources and know what to figure out. And if you don't know resources, ask.
Well, and if you're new, ask.
Talk to some of the experienced players, because that's one thing, again, Smoke brought up it when talking to him. He's like, yeah, there's a lot of new players. And he's like, they bring some of their Facebook silliness to the table, which obviously on Discord we don't want. Don't bring that shit here. But like, and that's where I want to get back into the Saturday raid groups to like show people proper Discord etiquette of like how to raid, how to go about things, how to coordinate with people. Because knowing those skills is not just a Pokemon like useful skill, but just like a life skill.
Yeah.
Communicating with others is a life skill. Whoa.
Tactfully.
Wow.
Tactfully.
Yeah, like learning to be civil, learning. Yeah, like, because I explained to someone today, I was like, someone who I dislike will never know I dislike them because I'll treat them like they're a person.
Yeah,
and that's life by Jack.
And I'll answer questions, I'll do whatever, but like beyond that, they won't know.
Right.
And I make sure of that.
Yeah.
You're a good Joe. I like you. You're a cool person. But like, it's one of those things of like learning different skill sets is what this game is about. But also like utilizing what you have. We all have smartphones. We can't say I couldn't figure it out. We all have fucking Google. Like
it
it's
takes
insane.
A few seconds.
It does.
Even like 10 minutes a day, just reading through resources, you're set.
Yeah.
Just skim through it.
Do you shit?
Yes.
On the shitter, you can learn about Pokemon Go.
Do you watch TV? Can you take 10 minutes of TV?
Do you watch YouTube? Like
watch during the commercials.
Yes.
Yeah, like there's so many resources available to you. Or if you just have a shit ton of Stardust and TMs that you just want to burn through, that's usually that was my experience. I was like, I have a lot of charged TMs. Let me see what this is about, and I would just experiment.
And it's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like it'd be on a Pokemon I wanted anyways. But like you can experiment and figure things out. That's the whole point. And I really implore you to like do that this year, to like expand your horizons in this game, because I feel that there's a lot more that is to come.
Right, and we know that Pokemon Go is not the end all be all to everybody's lives. But if it's something that you enjoy and you like participating in all the events that we're trying we're trying to get going around here, and I don't know if you have a gripe about something.
Don't.
You know, like
I will be blunt.
like, you know,
Why?
if you need to get good, you know, and
Yes,
there's resources out there, man, and just take a quick
Oh,
glance.
that's huge.
And you know, that's pretty much it. I mean,
Yeah.
if you like to participate in the stuff that's going on in the community with Pokemon Go,
Yeah,
not if you just like raiding and just meeting people and things like that. Let that be your cup of tea, but then shut the fuck up and don't cry.
I was like, wow, he got really sweet there.
No,
But wait a minute.
But 100%, and like we know that PvP isn't for anybody, and I think I'm definitely not alone in knowing or feeling that PvP is definitely an engine for us to want to get back into it even more.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm taking, you know, in stride is like I wanted to start kind of heading our PvP kind of side of in terms of like organizing things and getting
Lead the
people.
battle tower.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. I love doing, and I've really had fun like planning for this Boulder Cup. But in past that, I'm planning a ton of other tournaments and getting everyone else involved and all these businesses involved.
And I'm planning the social events.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the luau, like already.
Luau, you're still on that, man.
Dude, I was talking about it today. I was like, I want to coordinate with the Facebook groups, each one of them, if they could reserve a table or reserve a shelter at Mission Viejo Park, and we just take over the park and have nothing but Pokemon all day.
Yeah.
Each of us could cook like different things. Like Noel was already like, "What food do you need?"
Yeah, he's on it.
Like, I got
Mary's
you for
gonna
food,
come
and I'm like,
unloaded.
oh my god, like, you know, like
right.
we're gonna be besties. Like,
Is that
it's,
an 18-wheeler backing up with all this food?
yeah, and like
Mary?
Mary's like, no, she's like, I got you,
I got you.
and like, and I love seeing that, and so that's something I want to spearhead,
Yeah.
because people are already amped, and like we have another event coming up, the Feebas event coming up next weekend, right before the Boulder Cup.
It's weird.
It'll be an interesting event, but you get the purple ugly fish. No, me gusta.
Yeah.
I got my Milotic! Oh my Stop, please, God.
Oh.
But you get Magikarp's ugly cousin. Stop. But you get the purple fish, and I think it's kind of cool. Purple fish! Stop.
Purple.
No, please stop. No more Ada voice. You're done. You use your quota for this
God,
podcast.
Ada, we love you.
No, we don't. That's
Come
all
to the
Steve.
podcast.
That's all Steve.
Come to the podcast.
Josh,
I haven't used my quota yet.
We have nightmares tonight. Thank you.
No, please, God. It's just
Ada. Come
no,
to the
that's
podcast.
Steve loves you deep down inside.
We'll have our own
Send him
podcast.
some DMs.
You and Ada have your own podcast?
We will. We will. I'll podcast with Ada. in a
Hell
heartbeat.
yeah.
Dude,
I'm tuning in.
contact her. She's on
Contact.
Facebook.
Is she?
Do a merger for Fight Night.
But it's one of those things is like, I'm eager to see what other events Niantic has planned. Because again, this seems like Feebas is kind of like an oddball, but it's one of those events that you wouldn't have a community day for, but you'd want a shiny version of. So I'm curious to see if they'll do other things
Yeah.
that they wouldn't deem community day worthy, but worthy enough to still get a shiny.
Chop.
Machop.
Yes.
Well, no, they should have an event for
Green
him.
Hulk.
But they like,
Green Hulk.
it's one of those things of like, I want to see others that have like really cool forms come to light and have their day.
I guess.
So that's
Stop
kind of
being
my
lazy,
hope.
Niantic.
And like, obviously, like we're talking about the Eevee community day, bring back the weekend community
Like
events.
two days.
Yes.
That shit is amazing.
Yeah.
Like that's something I'm really hoping for
Shit's lit,
in the
son.
summertime. Yes.
She's lit, son.
Like, because especially if people are super time consumed, like there's people on Discord like, I don't have Saturday. I'm like, well then you probably have fucking Sunday. Like
Sunday,
get out
bitch.
there. Yeah, I'm like, don't give me attitude. Like, go there
Especially when
and
they,
fucking play.
especially when they do later on like evolution items for Gen 4. Like,
Yes.
Because there's still unreleased ones that they
Yeah.
put out, and they should do like just a day
give
for
us
that where you just farm
Leafeon and
that.
Glaceon. please.
Right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they
Some
have
of
this
that
whole
too,
year.
like-
The year just started. That's why I'm like really hoping they bring them to the table
Well,
too.
you know that.
Well, that'll be probably in February.
Well,
Or if it's
they
weather
are
based or something,
stupid,
so
but
that's
like,
right. I don't know how that's gonna work
I'm
out.
sure it
They
goes to
probably
some
don't even
weird.
know who Leafeon and Glaceon are. They're probably just like, oh, there's another Eevee?
Some people still don't know about the gender evolutions.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so like, and obviously I don't want there to be any more Kanto events.
They'll bring them on.
Let's jump to
2019,
Johto.
The year of Kanto.
Like, I want there to be like an unknown event in the States.
Please.
Or something like that. Like
Denver Comic Con is one of the biggest. Well,
It'd be
Denver pop culture.
Yeah, they changed it.
the name,
It'd be interesting to see if
But-
maybe they actually acknowledge it this year.
Yes.
Oh, the pop culture kind.
That's what it's called.
And they changed
First
it.
Yeah,
of
because
all.
it's not
Secondly,
comics.
Niantic hates Denver.
Yeah.
Period.
Word?
Ooh,
That's what it feels like, dude.
It feels like it. Change our minds.
Denver's
Colorado
the
should have been a Dragon
Come on,
spot.
man.
Hanky, I got like 10
Colorado?
bad bitches for you if you go to Denver.
think so?
Hanky, Hanky.
Yo, 10 bad
Yo, I got
bitches?
10 bad
Just
bitches
like-
who could drop
Just
it
like the
like
baddest
it's hot
Pokemon
for you,
are in
Hanky.
Colorado right now.
Hanky, I got peanut
Just
butter
turn
and sloppy toppy. Come to Denver. And
What?
you will love it.
I was just saying,
How does it always
We're back to eating
happen?
buttholes again.
We're getting hanky to Denver.
Come on, if you
Everything
hate
comes with
Denver.
peanut butter.
Hanky,
Well, I
I
don't know
got
if you're
10
gonna seduce him with peanut butter.
Got a gallon of Adam's peanut butter.
Adam's peanut butter.
Shouts to Adam.
10 baddies. What you want? Hanky? What you
What
want?
you want?
What you want? I got you.
But really, though,
Joel,
Just
that's
don't
what I
ask-
deal with.
Just don't think it's for me.
So if you ever like hear and I'm just like, Jesus, like, please help these young
Jesus.
men. Jesus, please come. Take care of them.
Well, shit.
Give them tortillas. And watch out for them. Thank you. Like, they really do need it.
Well, we got a couple more things on the agenda. I mean, we have guests here, so it would be a disservice if we didn't ask you guys what is your craziest Pokemon Go story
Yeah,
that
give
you
me a
can
story.
tell us. We need.
Teach
I
these
know. Dotman, I know you got.
Or even words of wisdom to like bestow
No,
upon us.
no. Fuck
You
that.
don't
I want to hear some nonsense.
I want to hear some
nonsense.
Give us
Some
give
world
us some
star.
juice.
World star
Give us some
fuckery.
juice.
There's one I will not talk about because it involves something different, so that's the only thing. But I'd say the craziest one is being at Mission Viejo Park. I want to say like 5:40 a.m. I was trying to take Pluto to try to get like the last of my 100 coins. Back when the gyms gave you 100 coins.
Yeah.
Bring it back, Niantic. Come on.
Please?
I got
We
10 of
need
them,
to
Hanky.
bring
I got 10 of them.
You
If you
have
bring
$2
100
billion.
back.
You have enough money. Please give us 100 coins.
Share the wealth.
Yeah.
Not even share the
But,
wealth, just be generous.
I had my car parked by
Mm-hmm.
the Pluto gym, and then this cop car pulls up. 2 officers step out, and I'm out there just like tapping away at the gym. They shine their flashlight on me, and yeah, I'm like,
Was your back turned and like were you vigorously tapping your phone?
I moved over to the side
Looks
so
like
they
you're
could
jacking
actually
off
see
in the
my
corner.
face, so I don't look like like I'm doing something
you look
suspicious or anything.
suspect.
Exactly. But they're like, what are you doing out here? I'm like, I'm just taking this gym for Pokemon. And the student's like, you say you're playing Pokemans? I'm like, yeah. They start like laughing to each other and everything, but they left me alone. They let me finish the gym. But they were like still there. They're parked next to my car. So I got in my car, turned it on. I'm just shaking my head like, are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Like, really, dude?
Did they take the gym after you?
No, they didn't. Yeah, that was the weird thing because I thought they'd play, because I know there's a few in Aurora that do actually play. We
Yeah.
met up with them in raids, but you guys are awesome, by the way. But
We need to bring them on.
seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
But they were trying to like cause some shit with me before. They're like, the park's closed right now. I'm like, the sign says 5 a.m. They looked at each other. They're like, sunrise, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are making that shit up. Seriously, come on. Like,
Look.
it's 5:40. I know it's dark.
Wait,
out,
you're
but-
trespassing in a park?
Yeah.
How unusual.
Exactly, dude. There's people out there always doing weird stuff. At Mission Viejo.
Look, I mean, take this how you
People
want to take
sleep
it.
in the porta
But
potties.
Really?
Look,
Yeah.
take this how you want to take it. But I love stories when I hear about cops harassing white people.
I love it.
I love it.
I got a story for you.
I love it. So, it just lets me know that the world is good.
Yeah.
The world is still good.
Gives you hope.
All lives matter.
I got that soul. I don't know if they could identify that, so that's probably
Right on. That's
Thank you.
That's pretty funny. I don't think I've ever had any bad run-ins with cops in Pokemon Go yet.
I've had bad run-ins with cops, but no.
Yeah.
No Pokemon to go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Pokemon Go probably saved me.
I concur. I concur.
They were like, "Oh, he's not black. He plays Pokemon. He's not a real blackie."
Not a cop issue, but with a gated community issue.
Okay, so
I
rent a
remember,
cops.
yeah. So
There's
I
still
know.
cops. To some degree.
No, they're not. They're security officers, and they're different.
Security. They're different.
Why did you say different
Just
like
emphasize
Because they're
different.
Because it's like one of those things where they think they have authority. They can't do it. Come on, take your roommate. What is his job? What happens if he runs into something where he needs to do something?
He just walks through.
His job is literally, I have to call the real cops.
that? Yeah, I'll be the security guard.
monitors.
I'll be the security guard.
His job description is like,
at
you
least
cannot do anything until the police arrive.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to observe that whatever crime. So this dude's just beating off in front of you the whole time, and you can't get him out of your face.
Where does that scenario come from?
I'm just letting you know.
Just an
everyday scenario. What happens?
He's looking you in the eye. He's just like not
Does
making eye contact.
does not break eye contact.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Just
You
like
can't do
Joe
anything.
when he's like trying to battle people with like eye contact and just like
I'm a
staring at him.
security-
He's just like, what's happening?
I'm a security monitor.
good.
I'm a security officer. Can you please leave the premises? They're like, you can't make me. And they're just going.
He's like, but I'll make myself. He's
It's like,
like, what?
but I'm getting off, you know. So
like, I'll get off.
One way or another.
sorry. There is a difference, though. I just wanted you to know. Corey, you were talking about
so
your gated
many-
I don't even
community.
give a fuck about what Corey's talking about.
So many times.
So rest in peace. I actually got the same back when scanners were on, the same Slack auth. It was a perfect Slack auth that I'm the King Anthony. He's
Okay.
right behind me, trying to get into this community.
Yeah.
The young god on the
Security guard stops me, saying, "Hey, why are you here?" Said, "Well, I'm here to see my friend. I made up a name, completely made it up." He looked through his papers and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, we
Becky
don't have
Johnson.
anybody. We don't have anybody
Becky,
here
you
by
said
that
Becky?
name."
Becky.
I was like, "Well, I'm going in here.
Okay.
I'll be right back out." And he's like, "I'm sorry, but you need to give me a name, somebody that lives here." And I'm like, "Well, there's not a gate, so I'm gonna go."
Rebel.
You don't respect
Zero
fuck.
bucks.
You just gun it?
Yeah, I said, "I'll be right back out. If you got an issue with it, go ahead and call the police. By the time they get here, I'll be gone."
Damn.
So Jay Titan's 100% right. He's 100% right.
They can't do anything.
They're different.
Yep.
Don't let them ever convince you otherwise.
They're not people.
Continue to stroke
They're
your
different.
Continue to choke your chicken. Doesn't
Stop,
matter.
or I'll say stop again. Like, that's literally all they can do. You know?
You guys are
Shove a
wild.
flashlight in your house.
Yeah.
They'll hurt you in some way.
BlashNash.
BlashNash. What about you, man?
What
What's
you got
your
anything
crazy
wild?
story?
You got anything wild? You have to.
BlashNash.
You
The origin of his name's pretty good.
I'll show you guys a video later.
It wasn't Men in Black when he's like, sugar water. Sugar water.
Say it like you're giving Toppy.
Oh!
I have heard BlashNash. I've heard it. I've heard it. Don't tell me.
You see what I do. You see this,
Seems
right?
like a fun time.
I don't understand.
We
I don't know how we get through these podcasts. But continue, please. What is your story? Because we're going to
Sorry,
just talk
people.
about Toppy forever.
It's a good topic.
I'm sorry, guys.
So
Jesus Christ.
this one night I was creeping through Mission Viejo.
Uh-huh.
And I went by like
I feel like that's the
'Cause it was-
attitude. That's
it
the
was
verb I
like
choose to use.
10:30, 11. I was creeping. Like had my lights down low. Like
BlashNash was about to shoot somebody. Boys in the hood.
just creeping.
Drive by
around.
shooting.
Alright.
That's the thing. Like
So you're creeping.
just creeping around, like stopped in front of Los Niños Park, like trying to hit that Pokestop, and I just like I think it was like a rare spot or something.
That's a bad place to creep.
Yeah, no, I realize that now. I realize that now because like some random dude comes out from this house, like comes up to my car and like grabs the door handle, like tries to open. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like
You were
like,
his
wave my-
grinder pickup, dude.
Yeah, apparently. Like, he apparently thought I was his Uber or something. I'm just like, just wave my hand and I'm like, no, dude, and just like drive off. He's like, yeah, what do you mean? Like, what?
Yeah.
That's no.
Don't creep in Mission Viejo.
Any stranger comes to my car, they gone.
But it was after this concert. It was downtown and
Which concert?
Nickelback.
Look at this, it was Lady Gaga.
This is Joyce Manor and Nickelback.
Really?
No.
I was concerned. Okay.
It was Joyce Manor and like Waves and some other people, but
Okay.
we're just sitting out there. I'm playing Pokemon. Me and my friend are like, we're just waiting for our other friends to pick up pizza.
Yeah.
Both just playing Pokemon.
Good choice.
Some random like homeless guy comes up and just like starts talking to us. I'm still playing Pokemon, but I'm like just like looking at him, like talking to him. He's like telling us this like stupid story about how he used to get like how he had a 4-stack amp and like a bass guitar back in like the 70s, and like how
Right on.
like
That's what I'm talking about.
like my friend who's like who actually plays like music and stuff, like he was like, oh yeah, you had like this and this, like that's pretty sick, like that's fucking awesome, like blah blah, blah, like asking questions, but
Yeah, actually
like,
engaging.
yeah, but like still looking at his phone, like playing Pokemon. I'm like glancing down every now and then, like tossing balls and stuff, but he's
Yeah.
like, that's the problem with people these days, like your friend over here, he's not even like engaging, like just paying attention to his phone, blah blah. And I'm like,
You're like, bitch, I'm not in the conversation.
Did you tell him I'm trying to get this Rattata badge, or what? Did you try to get this tiny Rattata? Shut the
just
fuck
like,
up.
alright, whatever. And even like the same thing happened. Like AMC a couple weeks ago, it was like Deoxys raid.
Mm-hmm.
This random dude was like, "Oh, this is the problem with people these days. This is why suicide rates are so high, because everyone's just like standing around staring at their phone."
no
Like,
correlation.
We took
I
it
just-
all the way there.
yeah, I just got off a phone call with my mom, like coming back to like talk with everyone,
Yeah.
and this dude just like walks by. He's like, "Yeah, that's the problem. Like, oh, everyone's just on their phone, like no social interactions. That's why there's so much suicide. Everyone's killing themselves." I'm like,
Man.
and so I just like kind of shook my head and like laughed about it. But then like I was with OG Reina, Freaky Thursdays, and OG KTP, and they got heated about it. They're asking him all these questions. He's just spouting back stupid shit.
First of all, that
not
raid,
about the techno stupid
that
shit.
raid
Yeah.
group sounds crazy. BlashNash, OG Reina,
BlashNash.
Freaky Thursday.
Freaky
Thursday. Who'd you say?
Who's
Lot of
Freaky
OG
Thursday?
KTP.
Freaky Thursday.
OG KTP.
Hey, that sounds like the craziest raid
It's
group.
they're
That sounds like Wu-Tang.
They're Valor.
That sounds like Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang's for the children, just like after radar. I'm sorry, during radar. It's just
Wu-Tang is for the children too.
Wu-Tang's for the children. You never heard that?
No.
Wu-Tang's for the children.
Wu-Tang's for the kids.
That's their thing.
I didn't know this.
Anyway, they're a Valor crew.
Okay.
That's the wildest
See, I
raid
like
group.
hearing about other crews like assembling.
They're wild though.
It makes no. I like that. Like I like that people are actually getting together and doing
Yeah, you guys have a
things.
Mystic crew.
Because they're mystic.
No, but the funny part is like you guys still have like so many people, yet none of you are unified.
They don't fuck with each other.
What's up
Well,
with you guys?
there's a couple of
Radishes
them. Like,
back in the
if you
day,
send out the
they were-
alert for Mystic, like, they'll-
Why?
there's
Just
a
like,
couple of them.
If I hear a radish, you know, I'm done. I will never play this game again.
You got
If I hear-
intelligent group, and they're like, eh.
But I don't see many.
You just send messenger pigeons out to
Yeah.
gather the crew.
It seems like
With
there's
all the
a lot
snow,
of
they get
lone
lost
wolves with
sometimes.
mission, yeah.
Oh, none of this looks the same anymore.
That's crazy.
Right on.
Yeah.
So you're okay. So you're with this crew. They're the ones getting heated. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see
Well,
that.
like,
That's
I
what
was
you're
getting a little bit heated too. Like,
Just
about to start
pure
talking about my
ignorance being
avocados.
spewed.
Like, you gonna start dissing my avocados now?
Who the fuck are you?
Cross that line.
Yeah, I never diss avocados.
Talk about avocados, man.
What? I can take suicide, but not avocados. Like that's where you draw the line.
Avocados is a sign of fucking wealth, dude. So don't talk about
I was like,
avocados.
what's the new thing now? AirPods. If your
I
AirPods,
got-
you're rich as fuck.
I got AirPods, and I ain't shit.
Oh,
What?
you got AirPods?
I got AirPods.
Wow. What
That's
are you
the
doing
headphones.
with? What are you doing
Oh,
with peasants then, dude?
I just fucking look at it like you hold your phone to your ear. Who does that anymore?
You basic bitch.
Like, oh gosh.
Your headphones have
Like,
wires.
you might as well have a flip phone. A sidekick.
That's a whole culture, man. I can't be used to it.
How do you fit your
What's
brick phone in your
become of
pocket?
Jesus Christ.
Alright, well, shit, man. We're running out of time, man. But I want
Yeah.
to give Jay Titan the mic, man, and just kind of talk about what's coming up with this Boulder Cup. Man.
Right on.
Yeah.
So Boulder Cup's coming out. I imagine this weekend.
This weekend.
Weekend. And so what it is, and if you haven't seen, if you're on Discord, I posted a lot. We're gonna start throwing it up on the Facebooks and everything like that.
Yeah.
But basically, it's a collaboration with the Sylph League Arena. They want to do this kind of ranked tournament format, to where if you win enough in our region, you'll get a regional invite. The more people that participate, the more people you can have for your region. You'll have a regional invite, and you get to go to, we'll host regional competitions in a close by city or whatever, and you can do those regional competitions. If you win the regionals, you can get sent to a World Cup at either like Pogo Fest or Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago or around the world. It would be at these like Safari Zone events or whatnot. So I wanted to give our community an opportunity to take part in that. And it starts with the Boulder Cup. Boulder Cup and all these other kind of official cups are weighted the heaviest when it comes to your global ranking and everything like that. So this is our first foray in coordination with that. But then I also wanted to see, gauge how does our community react to wanting these PvP tournaments and this level of coordination, and how can we do shit better? And that's really what I'm looking forward to. So this weekend's going to be the Boulder Cup.
Yeah.
All the details are online. Again, I'm mostly active through Discord, so I throw everything on there, but we're going to get something together for the Facebook pages.
Yep, Festival Plaza, I'll definitely be posting stuff up.
It is Great League, so that means anyone's open. Like, if you have kids that want to play, they're welcome. They can come. Kids, if you're listening to this, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. Go to bed. But really though, anybody can join us. I implore you all to join us. And if this is successful, like I think it's going to be, we're gonna have more cups like this, but we're also gonna have intermittent tournaments, local breweries, restaurants, all these other random places, and I think it's going to be good. So just come, make sure you read up on all the information. I made this huge long post about it, and basically gives you the rules, how to connect, and then reach out to me or anybody involved here for some information.
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook. Like, I'm at Festival Plaza on Facebook, so definitely message me if you have a question. Go by, my name's Jack. You can message me on Discord at JackJack1620.
Yeah.
So don't be hesitant.
Shit like that. And so I'm really excited for it. I plan to have a pretty decent turnout for this one. There's a lot of people excited at the Community Day event today. They're really looking forward to it. So in case you didn't know, it's going to be this Saturday the 19th, starting at about 3. I'm a little flexible, 3:30, because people are going to be coming off the FEBAS event. So I want to give everyone an opportunity. Now, the way it works out, just a quick rundown, is I'm going to be giving out join codes as soon as you get to the venue. So as soon as you get to Mission Viejo Park, I'll give you a join code. When you do that join code and you register your Pokemon. It's going to ask you for like the CP and the moveset and everything. You cannot change that moveset after you've registered your Pokemon. You are allowed to use TMs as much as you want before you register, but as soon as you register, you can't change it. And if you do change it, I'm gonna get screenshots, and then I'm gonna blast your ass. So
you done goofed.
I can disqualify people, and I will if you guys fuck with it. So, but I'm really confident in the trainers we have around here. I've done some battles. I've lost a lot, but I've also gained a lot of knowledge. And I've seen a lot of people do a lot of really great things with their team, so I'm really excited for us to kind of show our prowess on a larger scale. And then, keep looking forward to local events, local tournaments. I want to throw some ultras and some master event tournaments. I want to throw some after raid hour specific. You don't want this smoke tournaments.
Back page tournaments.
Yeah, back page tournaments, back page battles.
Here, where are you?
I'm going to have prizes, I'm going to have badges, but the only way you can get that shit is if you come to these tournaments, you participate, and special things for the winners. So that's really kind of the rundown on it. I really look forward to beating your asses soon. So please come out.
Just come out with threats. Welcome. I'm gonna beat you.
I got a place for after raid hours. So.
All right.
After backpage battles. Backpage.
The fun chamber.
Right, exactly. The Fungin. I like to call it the Fungin. But anyway, we got plenty of shit on the docket this year. This year's going to be incredible. we're going to do some really great things. So that's one thing I'm excited for. And if you guys have PvP ideas, if you have things you're like, you know what, we should do this for a fucking PvP tournament, let me know, and I'll help you coordinate that. I'll help you get in touch with the people that are, you know, in charge or whatever to get that going, because I'm in it. I'm in it.
In it to win it.
And yeah, it's going to be fucking sick. So, you got anything on that? You guys got anything on that? Are you excited? You don't care?
Please do your research.
Okay, so we got
I'm excited.
excited. I know Corey's fucking excited.
Corey's just been waiting for this moment since PvP started. He's like, I just want for all my life. So hold on. Yeah, like, I know he's
all his Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, I think what I'm looking forward to in terms of this is just going to the different venues, going to like. Yeah. And obviously, people who are in the other countries, like if you want to join Festival Plaza, please do. I think it'd be awesome. Just search us at Festival Plaza at Aurora, Colorado. But I'll be posting up the events that are going on in terms of the battles, and if you guys want to bring that to your countries or whatever, do.
Yeah.
Like, change it up, get your community more engaged. I think it's really important, and it definitely adds an extra element of awesome to your place.
And Boulder Cup is it's an international thing, so it's through Sylph League Arena. Check your local tournament groups or your local Pokemon Go playing groups, because there's probably a Boulder Cup of some sort in your area. So just double check with that shit. You guys got any last thoughts on that?
No, man.
Or you want to?
No, I'm excited to get it done.
You're right on.
Yeah.
Man. So we'd like to thank
stoked.
BlashNash and Dotman X for coming.
Yeah.
Dotman
X,
the ninja.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for the invite.
White ninja.
Yeah, of course.
The
Yeah,
white
like,
ninja.
hey, and if you guys want in,
You're great on the snow.
we got open mics.
Yes.
We got a lot of people that are clamoring. They want to be on this. They want to talk with us, and I'd love to hear your stories. I'd love to hear you punch me in my face and tell me how wrong I am. I don't care. But really, though, I'm excited. So, again, thank you so much for coming on. Thanks, Corey. Love having you on every time. Jack, I don't know about you, though.
What? I'm just a biracial angel. It's
right,
okay.
right.
I hang out. I'm glorious.
But yeah, so look forward to that Boulder Cup. Good luck on your Phoebus research. And yeah, I think if you guys don't have anything else, I think we out.
We out.
We out.
We out.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Pop news later on. BlashNash.